What's the food that is stupidly expensive for everyone else that doesn't live where you live, but you can get it for almost nothing? Morels. My buddy just came back from a hike with 16 pounds of them. The local farmer's market sells them for like 10 for a small baggie. We usually pick enough each spring to dry them and eat all year long. When I was a kid in South Carolina, they were giving shrimp away. That's not a figure of speech either. I remember we at a gas station and the guy at the next pump ran into a friend of his, told him he'd been shrimping that morning and had too much and offered him up some. And then to my dad, who was just standing there, then to the lady next to us and the cashier. I think everyone got 5 or 10 pounds and he still had a cooler full. Lobsters. I live in Maine, and my husband is a blue-collar worker. Sometimes when he trades his skills on side work, people tip him in lobsters. Pretty sweet. Rhubarb. I grow it. Also blackberries. My whole back fence is wild blackberries. And mulberries. Can't even find them in stores around me, but I've got a giant mulberry tree out back. Avocados. I can literally walk outside and pick them off a tree. Costs nothing but calories and determination. My dad has a massive fucking lime tree. Makes so much fruit that it's actually a problem because if you don't pick them enough they fall and rot. I will regularly just give bags away to my friends who like GTs, strangers. Shit, one time I was at the local pub with friends, maybe 5 minutes walk, and ordered a vodka lime soda. Bartender apologizes and says they are out of limes. I ask if I bring some, will they make me one? Come back with a shopping bag full of them, about 15-20 of them. They tried to give me the drink for free thinking I had paid for them. Figs. I have a fig tree that gives so much fruit that I end up giving pounds of them away. But first I have to fight off the birds and squirrels. I live in Michigan, incredible cherries. I have a friend from Iraq who insists that you can buy truffles by the kilo over there, dirt cheap. I feel like there must be another food that goes by the same name or something. There's no way it's the same stuff you pay hundreds of dollars per ounce for, right? There was a time recently that everyone was complaining about the price of eggs. I didn't see much of a jump. I miss the years when I never paid a cent for mangoes, papaya, lilikoi passion fruit, limes, guava, lychee, bananas, ginger. Pecan trees are everywhere, hundreds all over the yard, and yet they are pretty expensive at the store. Maple syrup. Bacon. I live in farm country and I can cure and smoke pork belly for about £2. Crabs. I used to live in South NJ and my buddy and I would go crabbing in the Delaware Bay a couple times a year. Cloudberries, blueberries, the wild ones, not the huge cultivated water bombs, lingonberries and reindeer. It is still expensive here in Finland, but not nearly as bad as somewhere more south. If you can get it at all in the first place. Salmon was also a lot cheaper here than in Central Europe, but with the recent inflation I'm not sure if that is accurate anymore. Eggs. Pasture-raised eggs are currently $7.50 at Safeway. My hens currently are laying about 6-7 dozen eggs a week and their feed is less than $20 a month. I just like having chickens. Before I found a food bank willing to take them, and giving them to anyone who would take them, I was throwing dozens away per week. Jalapeno peppers. I have 11 jalapeno plants and they've been harvesting like crazy. I've already picked at least 40 in the last few weeks and there's probably at least another 40 in the pipeline. I don't even know what I'm going to do with this many peppers. Pecans. You should see what it goes for in Asia and Japan. My parents used to have an orchard in their backyard. Cherries, peaches, apples, pears, and a stubborn mulberry tree that refused to die.